My name's Stephen Silverbeard and welcome to my No Man's Sky Permadeath playthrough, and I thought I'd start this part with a quick fly past of the base that I've been building. It's called the Crystal Palace. See, we've got a landing pad here and it's made up of 2 floors. I finally managed to get all my gamma root planted up all the way through this first floor. We've got copyright on this floor. I'll show you a bit more detail once we go inside, and I now have production for 17 living glass all set up, and that gives me roughly an income of 12 million credits every half hour, so that's about 24 million credits an hour. Not that I'm actually reaching that target, because I'm not one of the most min-max of. I've also expanded the frost crystals round now, and they go right round the building. We've got a couple tucked around in this corner that's actually doing. And the other reason I'm starting my base here is because in the last part, we better get down now, get into the base, we went looking for kelp. That's before it's about a week ago when I actually recorded that, and what I want to do is go and make a start on my nip plants. So here we go, guys. This is just a quick walkthrough. You can see all the gamma root here all laid out. As I say, there's enough to make 17 living glass, and if I go up a floor here, you will see that on this side over here I've got all the copyright, I've got the selenium laid in here, and I've got some fungal mold production going here. You can see I've still got space for more plants. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here. It will depend on the demands of my advanced manufacturing. If I come up through here into this top area here, just going to come round here. Got the turret on the roof here. I want to replace all these doors with holographic doors eventually. I'm just going to come up here. This has been my temporary rooftop garden. What I want to do is, I think I've got 6 nip or get plants, and of course there's the kelp that we actually picked up. I think what we could probably do is I take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Let's just find the nip plants. I've just got them right past it. Should be able to drop these in, and so they get all 6 in place, and that's it. The idea is that over time, as I get more nip, I will come up and plant them, and we will move these other plants out to another area. So we'll just grab, I might as well harvest this while I'm up here, and that can actually get sent to the Colossus. Hopefully there will be enough space in my Colossus. Yep, enough to be going on with. What I'm doing is I'm actually using the Colossus as a secondary production area, is probably the polite way of saying it. Probably bring the liquid explosives and circuit boards back, and they can go up onto my freighter. And I think the Mordite, let's just store the Mordite in the Colossus as well. And we're going to need to find somewhere to put the kelp sacks in. So we're just going to come down here. Yeah, what I will say, guys, is while I'm doing this, apologies for this video going up late. The reason for that is that as I explained, I've had a short summer break, and so that's disrupted my recording, and the little amount of time that I had was then disrupted by me sitting in on a couple of late night sessions, watching the E3 conferences. So my normal early morning recording time was often disturbed by me oversleeping, I suppose is the honest term. But life is getting back to normal now. I missed that, so we get there. Yeah, so life is getting a little bit back to normal now, in the sense that, well, hopefully things will settle down. I've got a little bit of work to catch up with work, so it's going to take a little while to ramp things up and settle things down again. But hopefully that will all get sorted out, guys, and then we can get back to a normal regime. And as usual guys, big thank you for your comments and feedback on the videos, and especially that little aside video I made on getting started in normal mode. I've really enjoyed making that, actually. That was fun, and I agree completely with your comments about me being a bit overconfident, but I must admit, compared to playing Permadeath and the Permadeath start, or survival start is probably the correct term. Actually, we could probably get a mission here. It seemed very easy, but it was fun. I think it was a relaxing way to actually enjoy No Man's Sky, actually. And I might actually do a normal run. It depends very much on, well, again, the whole multiplayer issue is hanging in the wind there. I've kind of, I want to go and get some aquaspheres. So, no, maybe we won't bother with that just at the moment. Yeah, so it was quite a fun video to actually do, because one thing I had forgotten is that when you start out in this game, how limited your options are, because you don't have access to missions, you don't have access to the teleporter, and it was very, very interesting to do that again. So what we're going to do, guys, is just going to get out into space. I might not be in the right system. I don't think this is the one with where I marked for the kelp, is it? Back into... yeah, hopefully I can get back to it. If I can't, life is going to be a little bit interesting. Yeah, but sorry about this, guys. Maybe I shouldn't talk and play at the same time. What I want to do, guys, is get back to the water planet that we were looking for the kelp on, because I want to pick up on a tip from Snafu about finding aquaspheres. So what I want to do is see if we can actually find some. Let's come here, because of course we came to this system, so we need to get to Legetro Kulu. Yeah, because I must admit, I've only ever bought aquaspheres. I've never actually, how can you say, gone looking for them. And Snafu gave me this very good tip on how to find them, so I think maybe we'll go looking for them. And maybe we'll get a few things moving. And, wow, you never know, guys, you never know. Wow. So I'll have a quick look at this guy, see if he's got any missions. Browse missions. Hunt pirates, deliver items, raiding. Yep. Got eliminate advanced sentinels, that could be quite useful. Well, maybe we'll come back and do some of those delivery missions after we've got the aquaspheres. Right. Hopefully I will be on the right system. So we're just gonna jump in here. Right, here are, guys, we're out in space, and yeah, there's the aquaspheres over there around the back of the water world, around the back of the, there it is there. Right, but before we go there, what I want to do is, well, get away from these freighters all coming in. So what I would like to do is actually just, oh come on, play fair game. Oops, there we are. A bit of trouble seeing the green to indicate that the freighter is available. And oops, I've got some crystals there. What I want to do is drop off that as explosives and circuit boards before, so that I've got space in my inventory. Plus it'll give you guys a chance to look at my advanced manufacturing, because the core of my advanced manufacturing is actually up here. The reason for that is, I show you the freighter here. We've got some sulfurine and some nickel, and I'm using the, actually that can come back into the exosuit as well. Yeah, and the living glass as well. Okay. Yeah, what I'm doing is actually using the haulers up here as my storage for the production of advanced manufacturing, and what I'm doing is using the freighter so that I can send the vital components. I mean, I could have done that with the circuit boards and the explosives, but I like to keep a few spare slots. And what it means, what I can do now is come to the Appaloosa here, and you can see I've now got this opened up quite nicely, and we should be able to send the explosives, the Herox, and a couple of circuit boards in. Of course, I want to stock up with the living glass, because that will mean that once we get to the starship, a few spare slots, we should be able to make something here. Make a quantum processor. We've got some hot ice which we can use with the enriched. I think I've got some hot ice though. Yeah, we've got 3 hot ice. What I do is I knock off a few things. I got a bit carried. The reason I've got so many ammonium salts is from missions. Same with the semiconductors and I think the Magnol gold. I think I've just been knocking this out. We can make cryogenic chambers. We've got living glass and cryo pumps. We've got 2 cryo pumps, so we can make a couple of these. And that, oops, no, we can put that there. That's used up and make circuit boards as well. Don't know what that will unlock. Superconductor, hot ice. What I like to do is leave a little bit of enriched carbon here. As you can see, you can use enriched carbon for hot ice and semiconductors. And I've got, oops, I used up all the semiconductors. I suppose I could make that. I think we're going to just leave it for the moment, guys. And we've got a stasis device. I suppose we can make a couple of stasis devices. And because that's the top of the chain, that's where the money is. That's worth 36 million. Guys, Herox. Got loads of Herox stashed in here. Lemium, don't need that. So we're just going to drop that in the exosuit. And anything else here? Nope. Okay. I could drop off a little bit of carbon just to keep this fill up. Yeah, because obviously we're going to go through quite a lot when we're actually manufacturing stuff. Probably with the living glass over there. 1 liquid explosive left. Of course, I mean I could some sulfurine, so I could bring the sulfurine into the ship, and what we can make. There's the thermic condensate. What I like to do is put this back into the freighter so that remains a placeholder. I can leave the nitrogen where it is for the moment. Actually, well, I suppose I could, because I think if we bring the nitrogen into the starship, I think that turns into some cryo pump there. That's ammonium salts. You can see I've got, well, I could make 3, I suppose. So that brings that up to 15. And then we can put that back into the freighter. So it gives me 15 ammonium salts, loads of Magnol gold, which seems to be elusive on the production chain, but doesn't make a difference. We've got some thermic concentrate. We've got a little bit of enriched carbon. I don't think I'm going to make anything else higher up, because I mean we could have options to go the other way towards making a fusion igniter, and I think to do that we're going to need to make some fusion accelerant, which means we're going to make organic catalyst. To be honest, if I'm making organic catalyst, I'd probably be thinking of using that for my hollow doors, but they can wait. There's no rush, guys, no rush. So we've made a little bit of advanced manufacturing there, and what we're going to do now is get back to the ship. What I'm doing is using this hauler to store my main supplies for if I want to go out into space. And this one here, I'll just show you, champagne. is just being used as a supplementary store with items that I may need, but I'm not sure if I want to keep. You can see I've got some Gek charms and various other bits and pieces in here as well. So these are my overflow contingencies. I must admit that was something I missed when with that normal start. There's the luxury of space to store everything. I've forgotten again how cramped and how limited the space was that you had when you first start out. Right, let's get back out space, and we're just going to go looking for the water world. I think it should be. Let's just get away from the lobster. Get away from the freighter. There it is. Just going to go for that. And no, pulse line. And of course, looking at the planet reminds me of the latest rumour that's now going round, which is the fact that ring planets are going to be in the next update. Now, I'm going to emphasise that's a rumour. I think that's coming out, I think, from the Waking Titan, which is going to be interesting, guys. Looks like we're just going to be bounced with hostiles. Yes, okay. I think we've got a chip. Let's call in some reinforcements just for the fun of it, guys. We're going to alert the authorities. Summon the system authorities using my defense chip. They will aid in dealing with the pirates. Hey! And of course, if you watch the last part, I did a little bit of a space battle, and I still believe that kind of taking a static position is probably one of the best ways to deal with it's still one of the best ways to deal with pirates. Yep. But I do agree with your comments, guys. I do need to work on mobile combat, because if the multiplayer is PvP, player versus player combat is going to be a lot more fluid and than fighting pirates. I don't think human players are going to be obliging and keep coming at you if you take up a defensive position. So maybe working on the mobile combat could be something that would be worth looking into. And while we're just coming down here, guys, I am going to talk a little bit about E3, because it's given me a few late nights because of the time difference. I stayed up for the Microsoft conference, and well, I'll talk about that as we go on there. The Sony conference was even a bigger challenge. I think I actually went to bed and got up for the Sony conference, simply because I think on my time, because I actually made a mistake to start with, in the sense that I forgot we were actually on daylight saving time. So I actually got up for the Sony conference, and I was an hour out, because the time that I looked up was Greenwich Mean Time. And I went all the way through the Sony conference. I think you probably can guess why I actually did it, and I actually sat in on one of Cobra's streams for the Microsoft one, and in an expectation of seeing something to do with No Man's Sky, and well, so far there's been absolutely nothing. A little bit of a disappointment there, guys, but to be honest, it wasn't totally unexpected, because I had a feeling that Hello Games were going to go their own way. Oops. Oh god. All up the exocraft. Yeah, I had a feeling that Hello Games would go their own way. I think deep down they would like to actually control what goes out, control the hype, although that they get mixed up, and I think that's why they're sticking to Waking Titan. And I'm going to stop there, guys, because I'm digging myself into a hole. So right, well, here we are, we're on the planet, and what Staffu said is that if we go underwater and throw out the scan, what you should get is, if I get down there, these will mark the position of aquaspheres. But aquaspheres can be quite hard to see. I must admit, I've never actually noticed them. There. There. It says there should be. Well, maybe it's hidden under these rocks. Gotta keep. There we are. Oh, yep. Good tip there, guys. You want to find aquaspheres. They are underwater on water planets. It just takes a little while to actually find them, and you certainly do need the scanner to see them. I think there should be one in here somewhere. Okay. I think what would it? Oh no, didn't get some fish there. Oh wow, wow, okay. We're drowning. Technology. And the reason I'm collecting aquaspheres is that what I want to do is be able to put that in, and I think we will build it, although we're going to have to go back to the freighter to do that. And seeing we're here, might as well grab a bit more kelp. I don't want to drag this out too far, guys. Maybe we'll try and get another one. Thank you. It says that is under there. So maybe we're going to have to... It's actually under the... Maybe if we take that iron away. Ah, that's interesting. So I wonder if it's actually under the deuteronium. Okay. Make sure we're not drowning again. I'm just gonna... I think we'll just stay underwater. Better not wander too far away from my ship. I've got loads and loads of zinc. And seeing I'm here, I might as well gather the kelp. And we'll give it one more spin. And then we'll get back to... Well, I want to install that aquasphere because I do want to do a lot more underwater exploration. And because it's obviously a little bit slightly dark, we are picking up a bit more kelp as well, so that's quite... Right. So we'll go for one more. There's some more over there. Wow. This does go down very, very quickly, guys, so I do need to... And of course, one thing I am looking forward in the update is submarines. And anyway, while I'm doing this, a quick return to E3. I mean, if any of you guys been watching the E3 conference, okay. Are you impressed with what you saw? I mean, not just, well, the absence of No Man's Sky, but I mean, is there anything else that grabbed your imagination? I have to admit that the Vault 76, I was pretty interested in Vault 76. The fact that it's going to be completely multiplayer online has cooled my interest in it a little bit, to be honest. Yeah, I don't feel it compared to Fallout 4. I might give it a go. I'll probably sit on the fence a little bit, see what the gameplay's like and see what people's reactions are to it. A lot of people are actually speculating it's an attempt by Bethesda to increase their presence as a multiplayer online gaming company, and if that's the way they want to go, that's welcome, but I'm not sure it's for me. So that's one element. I am interested in Starfield though. I think when Starfield comes out, well, I'll be having a look at that. Microsoft games, there was a couple of games like which I can't actually remember the names now. There's a couple of Microsoft games that had an attraction, is probably the polite word of saying, but again, there was nothing there that really leapt out and grabbed me. But again, I have to put my hand up, guys, is that because of my motion sickness, even the trailers were making me feel a bit queasy. I actually had to kind of look away with some of the trailers, especially in the Microsoft and the Sony conferences, Right guys, what I'm going to do is get back to the freighters. We're going to install that extra atmosphere tech. I know some of you guys say I'm just using up a slot on something I don't do very often, but I like the idea of having the freedom to go underwater without the fear of getting drowned, and that slot's been empty a very long time, and I can't really think of anything else I want to put in there just at the moment. I mean, I've got my mining lasers pretty upgraded, so drop in here. Right, so here we are guys, we're on the freighter, and I think we'll send that. Actually no, I can drop that. If I bring that back into the exosuit. Okay. Right, let's have a bit of a sort out. I think the stasis devices can go to the starship. Got some kelp, which I'll probably carry around with me. I can put that. Right, I need the freighter. What was it? Electron vapor. I wish there was a way you could split this up so that you can pull one out from the freighter or anywhere. Because at the moment, the only way I think you can do this is to come back to here like that, and then send these back to the freighter. Oops. I'm just going to have to do this a long way. Right. And I think oops, but I might as well fill this up just in case I fall in any water on the way through. We need 2 microdensity fabrics. Okay. Get back here. Long time since I've made microdensity fabric. There is a couple of those, and I'm just going to drop that in there. Gives me the aeration suit, and I think just to save time, this is something I do when I'm kind of playing fast and I don't really want to walk all the way across the freighter deck, is I actually use this ship here as an interim store. Keep the atmosphere in here, just put that in. I think that's good enough. Okay, just have a quick check. Yeah, everything is full up here. Right. So that's all done. And it's going to... Right, what we're going to do now, guys, is I'm going to go to the space station. I want to check the tech, because that's why I brought all the nanites with me. Because I still want to build up the tech, even though we won't be using it that much. Okay, let's just get away from... And what I want to do is get to the space station. So we're going to have to fly through. And then we'll go to that new system. Maybe do a couple of missions just to wind this part off. And hopefully this will signal me getting back into the normal routine after the disturbances. And we can start having some fun again, guys. I think this is the space station with the advanced tech on it, or some tech. I think there's one. I must admit, I've kind of lost the thread a little bit. Let's grab the carbon while we're at it. Hello, Vikeen. What have you got? Trade nanites for blueprints. Okay, messed that up completely. And we're just quick. No carbon. Okay. Quick mission check just in case if he's got anything that need. Hunt pirates, deliver item, raid planetary harvester, cryogenic chamber. We could get some nanites there. Fusion core, hunt pirates. A little bit tempted, but we'd have to do that mission here. Okay, I'm gonna go with that, guys. Science strikes back. And I think we're just gonna shoot out and do that mission. Turn to ship and leave station. I mean, I suppose I could have teleported to see if it would, the mission would have moved to the next system. But have you guys ever done that? I mean, does this mission actually follow? Yeah. Okay. I'm slum phase beam. Okay. And there it is. Okay. Oops, hey. I do wish, and again, this is something I'm hoping for, that if we're going to have P on PvP combat, I'd love if we actually had a bit more of a battle radar. I know the thing in front shows you what's moving around, but I think it'd be really great if there was actually a proper battle radar, like used to get in the X series. In the X series, when you fought battles, you actually had a radar and you could see where your ship was and where the enemy targets were. So I know you do get that radar in front, but it's not exactly intuitive. I mean, a 3D battle radar could be quite useful. Anyway, hopefully we will get. I think I'll have a quick check. Yeah, we got space in here. So science strikes back. Just get into here. Hello, Mr. Enforcer. Okay. And in the mission, science strikes back. And then we got some fusion cores. And what are they worth? So we're going to send those to this starship, because what I'm actually doing, guys, is just building up items in my starship. 50,000 units, that's not too bad. I mean, could sell those, but maybe when we get to the other system. And what I'm doing is building these up so that what we can do is sell those once we get to a system where we can get a good price. And so that's the principle I'm working on. So it's not super min-max trading. I think I've just gone to the wrong system again. Oh no, I'm in the right system. Just to confirm, guys. Yeah, we're in the Agrun 8 system at the moment. That's where I think I wanted to be. And where's the guy? It's a Gex system. I think I've got a bit carbon there. And I'll see what this guy's got in the way of missions. Browse missions. Right, health module, deliver an item. The trouble is, if I click a deliver an item, we're going to get sent out of this system, aren't we? Decisions. We get a relatticed. I think what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go across and check the prices in this system, see if there's. I don't remember, and of course we actually need the tech as well. So I think what we're going to do is just go across here. Hello, Mr. Geck. Can't actually remember coming in here, so shields are at maximum. Okay, let's have a quick look. What we're going to get from sell items. Well, we need a bit of a tidy up anyway, so now got here, we'll sell the tropium, don't need it. Stasis device -11. I could sell that, I suppose. I mean, but nothing that really grabs me price wise here. And I know I'm not going to min max, guys, but you never know. Should be able to get is some tech from this guy. Right, we got some. I've got 1,000 nanites to spend. I get the top ones at the top here, I could blow all my nanites. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get that and get that, and we'll just leave those for the moment. Okay, so we got a couple more techs. Right, so let's go back across, guys. I mean, my long-term objective is to actually get a second fighter. I bet you none of these fighters are much good. And then kit that out with some of the more unusual weapons. Yep, 18 slots. Definitely hoping for next that we'll be able to customize ships, and or at the very least, if we find a really cool looking ship, we'll be able to just expand it out. Fusion core. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to go to the trouble of swapping everything back. Let's jump in. Let's grab one of the missions, see if they will take us to a new system. Okay. Browse missions. Gonna go for an item. I'd like the nanites because I've just spent a lot of nanites. So we'll go for serious merchandise. We've got some non-stick pistons, and we've got another defense chip. Okay. Of course, that's going to take us to a new system. Target outside local system. Consult galaxy map. I've definitely got the piston. Don't want to do what I did last time. I actually wasted time looking for something I didn't need. I mean, I could have explored this system, I suppose, but wow, you never know. Right. Actually, that actually looks suspiciously like they're going to take us back to... Okay. I've got a feeling we're going back to the system we've just been to. So it's almost... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, thank you. So it's actually brought us back to where we actually started off again. And we got an immediate welcome. What if... Oh, come on. Is that a consequence of... Wait. Ow. God, they're coming in hard and heavy. And I'm not even ready for them. Okay. Ow. Really hard and heavy. I wasn't ready for that. Okay. Well, I got kitted up for this. Wow. Didn't even give me a chance to get orientated. Okay. Okay. Alright, up. And 3. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Wow. That was unexpected. Where's that go? Oh, it's gone over there. I'm sure it was on the left hand side. I have to check the video. So this planet actually rotating. Let's go deliver the goods. Oh. Obviously the freighters are in the way. Let's go deliver the goods. It's actually brought us back to the system. Has that happened to you guys, where you're effectively getting flipped between two systems? Very, very interesting. Right. I mean, yes, I've wasted some fuel, but we can always go to the freighter and get some more warp fuel. I mean, if I'd realised that, I would have used the teleporter, because there's no requirement that you actually got to use the warp drive. But then again, we would have been bounced by the fighters. So there's a potential quick dodge there, guys. You can do these missions without using the warp drive if you actually get flipped between the two systems. Maybe we'll just give that a try. We're just going to deliver the goods here, and we'll see if we can repeat that exercise. Wow, look at that. Well, that's pretty cool. Sorry. Like there's big craters on the ground. Oh, gotta have a good look at these. That might be the thumbnail. It's almost like these meteorite strike craters, isn't it, on the planet? Oh yeah, I like that. Sorry. Right, let's get back to come and land on here. Oh, bit of a fail there, guys. A bit too early with the landing, but no problem. We can jetpack up from here, and we can use a bypass jet. And yeah, I was a bit over eager there, guys. Never mind. We can get through here, and we'll just drop off the piston first. Okay, I found the client's secure lockbox. Deliver one non-stick piston. Thank you. Processing delivery success. And I suppose the it won't let me ship because the ship's too far away. Okay. And we're just going to make a bypass chip. The exosuit. I want to try out the trade terminal before we leave, so I'm just going to make a bypass chip. And I suppose you guys are going to fill all these platforms up, aren't you? Yeah. I'll probably get here and there'll be somebody's going to land on this one. Right, bypass chip. What I want to do is just check this terminal to see if I can get a better price for my the goods I've got on the ship. Wow, what we got here? Plus 35% there, 43% there. This is actually a better price than actually up on the space station. That's interesting. This is where you guys put comments saying, yeah, I know that, I've known that for a very long time. I think we can sell the 5-dimensional torus there. And we can sell the self-conducting fiber. Prices are lower. The stasis device is lower. We can sell the tropium. Okay. And I think we just flip over. Let's have a quick look. Stable plasma. We can buy the carbon. Hey, I'm just being lazy, guys. And I think we can buy the zinc because I've used up quite a lot of zinc with my underwater explorations and also with that battle. So, and we'll buy some thallium as well. There as well. Okay. And get back here. Got any good prices for stuff here? Now that's pretty good actually, because that is 100 and that's 81. Drop that down. That's 45,000 for a neural duct. This is minus 38, but it's only 3,857 per unit, so it's not worth that much. I mean, this is a fairly good price. I mean, maybe I'll buy 5 of these. And like maybe we'll get a better price on those. And anyway. And I'm not going to ask any of these guys for directions because we're going to go back to the ship because I want to do that experiment just to wind this part up. Sorry, this might be slightly overlong video. So I'm just going to jump straight in the silver. Wow, look at that, guys. The planet's hanging in space there. Okay, let's just get up here. What I want to do is go up, cash this mission in, get another mission from our friend the mission man. and see if that's going to take us to a new system. We're going to get bounced. We're going to have to fight. I get the feeling that all these planets are getting a little bit more hostile than they used to be. Okay. It's just I don't really want to fight them. You're be kidding me. 19 million. Okay, we're just going to use a defense chip again. Okay. These are only level 1. Just pick them off. Shielding's increased. Haha. If you actually watch these guys, they don't take them down very. I think they take them down very slightly, but we still got to kill them. So I think they just weaken them a little bit. I don't think they actually do anything. You know, they don't actually take the opposition down. Right, let's get to here. Get on board the space station. So here we are, guys. We're at the space station. We're just going to fly in. Alright, hand in mission. Not as many nanites as I was hoping for, but we'll take it. Now, we're certainly going to take the scan creatures, keep adding that up to there. And okay, we've only got the one deliver an item, so we'll deliver that. So, got to deliver an industrial grade battery. What we do is jump here, and we're just gonna click here. So yeah, deliver the goods. The other thing I want to check now is to see whether we're going to be attacked by pirates when we leave. Oh, we've got a space anomaly detected. Okay. Not much point in going there unless... Well, we could check it for a multi-tool, but I'll do that off camera, guys, because I'm not expecting much there. The game is... I'll just click that. You can actually see we're not actually being bounced by any pirates, but then this is a very low level delivery mission, and I'm also running out of fuel. It's becoming a bit of a bad habit as well. That can go to the freighter. Okay, and I do need to put there. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to go down onto here and deliver these goods, and that will be the end for this part. And it's probably going to take us back to the same trading station, probably. But so once you've got the teleporter set up, and you could probably do these, deliver the goods quite quickly by if you keep getting flipped between two systems. And you wouldn't expend a lot in the way of warp fuel as well. This time we'll try and get it done properly. And we're actually going to land on the space. There, we just landed properly this time. There's some loot here. I'll do that off camera, guys. I mean, we'll just get this done because I'm aware that I'm overrunning. So here we are, guys. Just gonna. One industrial grade battery, and have a quick check of the prices, sell items. I'm not expecting much because I think this is where we were here last time. Yep. Ducks. Yeah, not much. Right guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you've enjoyed the episode, hope you found it interesting. As I say, feel free to add any comments, tell me where I've gone wrong. Also, any of your opinions from E3, I'll be very interested in. And hopefully from now I will there'll probably be a little bit of a glitch over the weekend while I get back into my normal release schedules. But until then guys, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.